Hello everyone, this is DJ Dimaliuat and welcome to Project Six Figures. And today we have Julian Canita, Facebook ads strategist and coach, wherein he helps companies and even freelancers to really boost their ads and their business online, especially in Facebook. Right? So si Julian is also, again, has been through a lot of different businesses and maganda yung naging journey niya. And he's here to share that story with us, and probably you will be inspired. And if you have some questions about Facebook, you can ask him definitely in this live video and during this recording if you're watching this via recorded fashion. But I think it's best if we will hear from him yung buong kwento niya and yung background niya, what he's doing right now. So bro, can you give us your background and then your major source of income for today?
All right. First of all, thank you, DJ, for having me. I'm honored, and thank you everyone for watching and allowing me to share my story and what I do. So my name is Julian. I'm a Facebook ad strategist and coach, and I've been doing this for 5 years already. So 5 years ago, 2015, I resigned from my hotel job. I was working sa hotel noon as reservation supervisor kasi yung pinag-graduatean ko was HRM. So my belief then was, dahil ito yung ginaduatean ko, ito na lang ako forever. So yun yung belief ko then. So I got married 2015, and then my wife, who was an expat then sa Malaysia, I moved in with her. So pumunta akong Malaysia. So my intention then was to look for a hotel job sa Malaysia. Kasi again, my thinking was pang hotel lang ako.
Okay.
So I went to the hotels, applied for jobs, and I had a couple of problems. So number one, I had a dependent pass which did not allow me to be employed. Which means if I would have to apply for parang an employment pass, number one, I would need to have a sponsor. Okay. Meaning a company is willing to sponsor me and say na i-hire namin siya. No? But the problem was that company would need to show immigration that hindi nila kayang ma-fill yung job anywhere locally. Okay. No? Hindi sila makakahanap ng Malaysian to fill that job. Ang problem ko noon was I was doing reservations in hotels, so taga-email lang, taga-sagot ng phone, fix the booking. So it wasn't really skilled. Yeah. So it was difficult for people to, or for hotels to really outsource it. I mean, hanap sa country for it. Especially I don't speak the language, so mahirap. Number two was, merong mga medyo interested, but they specifically told me na if we were going to do this, I would have to pay for the processing ng visa. Yeah. And that's just processing. Kung ma-deny ako, sorry, that's 100,000 pesos down the drain. So it was difficult for me, and eventually I didn't na lang. Tapos, it was then that we were exploring, ano pa kaya pwedeng gawin? And kami ng wife ko, syempre, gusto namin Chumil. It was an island din sa Malaysia. Saan kaya magandang pumwesto, Chumil? Nahihirapan kami maghanap ng restaurants and bars. Na-realize ko, sa Pilipinas, meron tayong parang, nung time na yun, ang uso nun, Click the City. Yan.
Oh, yeah.
Para maghanap kung saan may happening. Dito walang ganon. What if gumawa ako ng ganon? So, sige, gawa ako ng food and bars listings website dito sa Penang, Malaysia. Long story short, I had my cousin, we developed a website, ganyan, I tried to promote it. And then I learned Facebook ads and Google ads to promote the website.
Okay.
After mga 3 months of doing all that, promoting it to restaurants, talagang pumupunta ako, yung literal door-to-door sales. Yeah. Pumupunta ako sa restaurants. Tingnan nyo itong website ko, ang ganda-ganda, this is how people will find you. After 3 months, wala talagang bumili. And I spent all the money on ads, ganyan. In fact, nung time na yon, I was so afraid na bawal ako mag-business ng hindi legal. So I even incorporated a business. So gumastos ako to incorporate. Gumastos ako to incorporate kasi foreigner ako. So gumastos ako ng ads, gumastos ako ng incorporation, all for nothing, basically. So medyo nakaka-down nung time na yon. But at a certain point, it was really, it was either mag-sulk ako or mag-move forward ako. So eventually, I picked myself up, move forward. And I realized, sige, hindi gumana yung business, but hey, I learned a skill. Yeah. I learned Google ads and Facebook ads. So I started to offer some friends na alam kong starting up a business who would want, para sabi ko, gusto mo mag-Facebook ads ako for you. No, minimal lang. Parang for one, I offered consultation lang for free.
Okay.
For another, I offered minimal work, na hindi minimal work, talagang gagawin ko yung Facebook ads at 5,000 pesos a month lang.
Okay.
Para lang may experience ako and may client na talaga ako. I got a bit of confidence. I went to a freelancing platform called Upwork where I used to do mga writing jobs before. So nakita ko, marami pala dito mga digital marketing specialist jobs na ganun. So I applied. No, I was lucky enough to be hired by two agencies. And then sabi nila, sige, hire ka namin. So may client na ako.
Yeah.
And I was very happy kasi they were paying higher than my hotel job.
Yeah.
So dun pala sabi ko, wow, possible pala to. So,
pwede pala, oo.
Just to put some numbers to it, sa hotel, 30,000 a month would be a good month kasi may service charge. 30,000 a month would be a good, 30,000 per month would be good. Ito ang ina-offer nila sa akin was around 35,000 a month. So medyo lamang and less time. Sabi ko, naka-jackpot na ako dito. So I focused on that for the next 2 years while I was in Malaysia.
Online jobs, kumbaga.
Doing Facebook ads, working for these two agencies na eventually naging one na lang.
Okay.
And what I got there was, because it was an agency, sila lang yung nagbabato sa akin ng client. So I just accept.
Okay.
Tapos I would do the work, I would study, which was good for me kasi I also started to learn the fundamentals of marketing kasi iba-ibang industry.
Yeah.
So I got to learn. So babato lang sila ng client. Pero I had a flat fee lang, a flat monthly fee.
Okay.
Pero masaya ako. Jackpot ako dito.
Yeah.
Went back home ng 2017, back here sa Philippines, and then started to, since online siya, kinontinue ko lang siya. And then, so they say na in a man's life, there are 3 major turning points. When your first child is born, when you move, and when you lose your job. Nangyari sa akin sabay-sabay tatlo. When we moved and my wife gave birth, and because hindi kinaya ng time and energy ko, my big client at the time, na agency client, they let go of me.
Okay.
So parang, sabi ko, shucks, hindi ko na naman gagawin ko. Because I was not trained to get clients for myself.
Yeah.
But I had one particular client with this agency who was very happy with me. So, nilapitan niya ako, sabi, Julian, can you do my ads? Babayaran na lang kita ng mas mura than binabayad ko dun sa agency. Sabi ko, okay, sure. Sabi ko, so the agency was giving me around 35 a month to handle all their Facebook ads clients, which was, again, I was happy. Malaman-laman ko na this one person, this one client, was paying mga 50,000 to the agency.
Mas malaki. Oo.
50,000 to the agency for the work that I'm doing, 95%. So parang nakamura pa siya kasi sabi niya, Julian, I'll pay you $500, 25,000. Manage mo lang yung ads. Kasi parang, shucks, pwede pala to.
Isang client lang, parang gano'n.
I started to believe na, shucks, ganito pala to, pwede pala to. And it was the time I started networking na rin here sa Philippines. I discovered some freelancers who were doing parang the same thing, digital marketing then, who were charging all these fees. Now, that time, may nag-click talaga sa akin. And really, this is, sorry sa mahabang pasakali, but this is what really made the switch for me. I realized that making 6 figures, being able to start your own something, it started with me believing na possible pala siya.
Okay, nice.
When I started seeing people getting parang hundreds of thousands a month doing just one thing, no? Parang search engine marketing lang or Google Ads lang. Ako, ang belief ko noon was that I had to do so many things para may edge ako over other people. But the 2 big things I learned from my mentors during the time was, number 1, yes, magaling ako, but am I actually putting myself out there? That idea of...
Kumbaga, nakaangat ka ba?
Putting myself out there na parang, rather than me waiting for just clients to contact me, me going out there and putting myself out there. And number 2 thing I learned is the idea of specialization. Me being able to reach that point na nakakapag me earning 6 figures is again, before belief ko is digital marketing strategist ako. Lahat yan kaya ko. And that's what will allow me to grow. But I realized ang expertise ko talaga is Facebook ads lang.
Yeah.
And the moment that I made that decision, change ko yung profile ko from digital marketing specialist to just Facebook ads specialist. Facebook ads lang, I would write content na Facebook ads lang. That's when I started to get more inquiries, more clients, and then people wanted to learn it from me, and then I became a coach na then from them. That was one of the really big things that made a difference for me. No, I'm always reminded by yung one of the favorite quotes I have from Bruce Lee na parang sabi niya, I fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks once. No, I fear the man who practices one kick 10,000 times.
Yeah, tama.
So parang
I
ganun.
like that.
Same thing with a doctor, 'di ba? Kung may sakit ka sa puso, you wouldn't go to just
generalist.
Doctor,
Yeah.
'di ba? You would go to a heart specialist. Parang
tama.
Sabi ko, shucks,
galing.
na. And that's when I started talaga to talaga. So now that's why people know me as the Facebook ads person, no? Rather, and ako, I'm from before when I would say may lalapit sa akin, Julian, YouTube ads kaya mo ba? Sabi ko, kaya ko yan. Or Julian, search engine marketing, email marketing kaya mo ba? Sabi ko, kaya ko yan. Tapos hindi pala. Now, I'm actually proud to say, hindi ko alam yan eh.
Yeah, so, mas maganda ba?
Just yesterday, may nagtanong sa akin, Julian, I need your help on Facebook group management. Sabi ko, wala akong alam sa Facebook group management.
Okay.
I'm even trying to manage.
So talagang hindi lang siya Facebook kumbaga Facebook ads lang talaga. Ang galing.
So it's really something that I teach them to my students, something that I really like to promote. Really hone in on that one thing and focus on that kasi yun that's where growth is. At least that's what happened for me.
Grabe, Julian, no? Ang galing. Doon pa lang sa introduction. Ang ganda kasi ng story mo. I believe yun nga, you're a great speaker at that na rin because you're able to share your story na really interesting, 'di ba? And marami na kagad kaming natutunan, 'di ba? And yeah, I agree with you na very important yung mastery yun nga, specialization. Kasi magiging ikaw yung number one and the goal is to be a number one at one. 'Di ba? That's the goal. And ang maganda pa rito, ang ganda ng mga naging journey mo. It didn't really happen overnight 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ang maganda sa iyo, parang yun nga, you came from a failure, 'di ba? Nag-start ka ng negosyo, but you learned something from that. 'Di ba? Na you realized meron ka palang natutunan doon. Then you honed your skill, Tapos what I like another with your story is there's an experience about online jobs din eh. Maybe there's a lot of people who are thinking, no, maybe okay ba yung maging online jobs, maghanap ng job online. Biruin mo yung kinikita mo doon is mas malaki pa pala compared sa isang regular job, 'di ba? And yet lesser time. Yes. Tapos ang maganda rito, you gained an experience and a skill that people are willing to pay for.
Yes.
So ngayon, naging consultant ka na. Tama ka eh. When I think about Facebook ad strategy, it's Julian Canita. 'Di ba? Ganun yung mangyari. Kasi in-elevate mo yung level mo at that. And you know, it happened in just 3-5 years. It's not too long eh.
Yeah.
Diba? Ganun. And now you're making 6 figures and I believe you're happier. Can you say that?
Yes, of course.
Diba? Ang galing nun. So, yung iba kong tanong supposedly, nasagot mo na rin eh. Diba? Nasagot mo na yung iba kong tanong na when did you start? You said 2015. And bakit ka nag-start dyan? Out of necessity. Diba? So, ang ganda ng kwento. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would want to let's say, jump into an online career as well, pero wala silang background doon. Anong masasabi mo sa kanila? Kunya, lalo na ngayon, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are probably displaced as well or in danger of losing their jobs because of this lockdown. Ano yung maipapayo mo sa kanila? Either OFW yan or nasa Philippines yan?
So siguro the one thing that comes to mind for me, and it might seem parang cheesy or something, but I truly believe it. It's that idea that when you believe it's possible, it can start to manifest itself and happen. And another quick story lang, no. If you or any of the listeners are familiar with the story of Sir Roger Bannister, one of my favorite stories. No, they said before that it was humanly impossible for a man to run 1 mile for 4 minutes. No, nag-break down daw yung body, ganon. But that was until Sir Roger Bannister did the 4-minute mile.
Yeah.
No? He was able to run 1 mile in 4 minutes. But it's amazing, of course, it's amazing. But what's more amazing is that ever since he broke that record, lumalabas na ngayon lahat na ng mga tao na kaya din pala ma-break yung record only because people now believe na possible siya.
Tama. Galing na.
And for me again, going back to what happened to me, no, yung really believing na ay shucks, possible pala to. Possible pala na I can make this work for me. No, I can make a living out of just being at home and being on Facebook. No, one of my favorite anecdotes was before when I was in the hotel, nahuli ako nagfe-Facebook on the job, tapos sinabihan ako that I'm not being paid to be on Facebook. Tapos, and now,
irony.
So yun lang, parang a lot of the things that I have been blessed with, simply because I started to believe. So if you were going to ask me what my recommendation is for anyone, especially yung mga struggling, nahihirapan, it's really to believe that there are other options out there.
Okay.
That siguro if you're having difficulties now, that there is a way out, no? That you will be able to rise above whatever you're experiencing right now, and for whatever reason you may have, that you will be able to make it happen for yourself.
So, thank you for that, Julian. Actually, ang na-realize ko nga rin, nagkukwento ko kanina, it didn't happen naman overnight na, alam mo kagad, kikita ko ng 6 figures dito, di ba? You took it one step at a time, di ba? Una, just to fulfill the needs, yung 30,000 versus 35,000, ganyan. And then, you hone your skill. And then, when you said that eventually, tinuloy-tuloy mo siya, and then you met different people, nag-network ka nga, na in the same industry, which is consultation, yan nga, mga freelancers, di ba? Tapos kumikita sila ng gano'n. Yun nga, doon na nag-click na okay, pwede pala. And I believe your story can inspire other people as well. No, hearing your story will really say, ay, oo nga, no, kung si Julian nagawa niya yun, from a hotelier, wala namang background online, hindi naman siya com-sci. Kasi di ba, maybe that's what they're asking or thinking. Hindi naman ako computer graduate or IT graduate, can I do this? Di ba? But you already have proven, no, na natututunan yan lahat, di ba? And you take it one step at a time. Ganon. So, let's say if people would want to do what you're doing, what can be their next step? Ano yung pwede nilang gawin next? Of course, hindi naman nila gagayahin na magiging Facebook ad strategist din sila, di ba? How would they start making money online? Probably that's the first question. Secondly, probably how can I find my niche? Diba? Ano yung maganda kong simulan na pwede kong i-offer? Sige nga, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah. So for me, tama yung line of question, where can I start, ganyan.
Yeah.
Pero for me, my recommendation is starting with who you want to help. Focus on the audience. Not specific. I think what a lot of people are doing is nag-iisip sila ng magandang business idea, isipin ng product, isipin ng service, and then sabihin, okay to. And then they'll go out there and try to really push that, no?
Parang ginawa mo sa website.
Parang yan mismo. Thank you. Oo nga. Yeah. Parang ginawa ko sa website. But I think what I've seen to work better is focusing on the person you want to help.
Wow,
no?
Nice.
Focusing on the person you want to help. For example, you want to help entrepreneurs. For whatever reason, there doesn't even have to be a reason apart from just wanting to. Parang, gusto ko entrepreneurs, no? Or if you want to be specific, gusto ko, use the example of dentists a lot. No? Gusto ko dentists. And then what do you help them do? No? You want to help dentists with maybe getting more customers, for example. Because people will always pay for having their problem solved.
Okay. Yeah.
How do I know? Because I pay to have my problem solved. We all pay to have our problem solved. Diba? Bayad tayo ng Meralco kasi gusto natin ng kuryente. So it's really that concept that if you want to earn, regardless of how much it is, it's in exchange of value. Now, what value can you provide your target audience? For me, for example, the value I provide for my target audience for entrepreneurs is being able to help them reach more people.
Okay.
Being able to reach more people, and in that parang purpose, no, in that me wanting to do that, dun ko naisipan, sige, how will I do that? how will I help them reach more people? It just so happens na I do it through Facebook ads.
Yeah.
But let's say mawala si Facebook, diba?
Okay.
If I hone in on who I want to serve, which is entrepreneurs, and what I want to help them solve, which is getting more sales, kaya ko ngayon maghanap ng ibang way para to serve them pa din. I'll give you an example. For ngayong naka-lockdown, COVID, whatever, we had campaigns that stopped. We had clients that stopped kasi nag-stop yung operations nila.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did was really to hone in on ano bang ginagawa natin. No, I'm lucky kasi to have a coach now, and one of the things he is guiding us to do is to really hone in on what is your mission and vision.
Okay.
And our mission right now is to double the sales of 1,000 businesses by 2030. Wow. So clear yan.
Wow.
Clear yan. And now dahil na nawalan kami ng konting operations because of client stop, that doesn't mean natitigil kami. Ito yung mission ko, how will I get to this with all of this happening? No, and then that's when we started to realize, so how do I help double the sales of 1,000 businesses? Then I did more training. No? So for example, for the past few weeks, we've been doing more trainings, and not only have we been training entrepreneurs to do Facebook ads, I'm starting to train other freelancers who want to serve other clients, and that will help me multiply my diba? That will help me get to that 1,000 much quicker. Diba?
I like that.
All because I align to a North Star and not focus on what I do. No, again, putting the focus not from my service and then babenta ko siya. Put the focus on my target audience and why I want to serve them.
No? I like that. I like that.
So yan, for anyone getting started, I would focus on that rather than yung service muna and then bebenta mo. No? Focus on the target audience. And then how do you know what they want or what they need help with? Simple, you talk to them. Diba?
I like that. You ask them, no? Parang ganon.
Yeah, you ask them. Maganda ngayon with Facebook groups, you can just go into a Facebook group of your target market and then and then just eavesdrop what their problems are.
Yeah. Manood ka dun, no? Oo.
Maganda sa Facebook kasi is when you join Facebook groups, it tells you a lot about the people there.
Yeah.
Like for example, I belong to a group called Filipino Home-Based Dads.
Okay.
Just with that, what do you know about me now? I'm a Filipino, I'm home-based, and I'm a dad.
Yeah.
So kung kilala mo yung target market mo, for example, for me, back then it was startup entrepreneurs. I joined Startup PH. And then nagtingin ako, ano ba yung mga problem ng mga tao about growing their business, specifically about Facebook ads. And then there was this whole thread about how Facebook ads was not working.
Wow.
And Facebook ads was working for some, ganyan. So binasa ko lang siya, and then doon ko nakikita, okay, ito pala yung mga problems na na-experience ng target audience ko.
Ang galing.
How can I now position myself to be of service to them?
Ang galing. Ang ganda nun, ha? Doon pa lang, nakapagbigay ka na ng tip how to really at least find or create a business or a product that would really sell. Diba? Kasi yun nga, a lot of people are sometimes too passionate about their ideas to a fault na minsan, no, na ito mag-work to, but they haven't tested really if there's a market for it. Diba? Hindi pwedeng ganun. We cannot be too stubborn and too in love with our product. Diba? We have to be in love with our product, but not too in love in a way na hindi na pwedeng ayaw na nga nila or walang bibili. Diba? But if you have that market and you understand them, natural, mas malaki yung chance. No, na may bibili nung serbisyo mo. You know, bro, I'm getting a lot from you, and I'm sure our audience are also getting a lot of different ideas. You know, once in a while nababasa ko yung mga post mo sa Facebook page mo yung mga analogy. Recently lang yung Shake Shack, 'di ba? Ganyan, 'di ba? So, ang galing mong gumawa ng ganong analogy, and I think that those are really the psychology of the market, 'di ba? That you can use in marketing. Kasi hindi ka pwedeng tira lang ng tira, 'di ba? No, sige, gastos ka ng Facebook ads. It's not about that. It's about you studying your market. So I like what you said, that focus on your North Star, no, that mission. Ang galing Sabi ko nga, I'm waiting for your answer kung mag-build ka ng more people to do training. Kasi I think it's humanly impossible to train 1,000 people. Di ba? Parang gano'n. Kunyari sabay-sabay. It would be challenging. But if you have developed a team who will do that in behalf of you, mangyayari siya. So, and naisip mo lang siya dahil alam mo, clear ka dun sa mission. No, ito yung gusto kong magawa, sila yung gusto kong matulungan, 1,000 yan. Dun pa lang, alam mo nang hindi siya magagawa ng isang tao. Ganon. So, dun ka nag-shift ngayon. No? Parang you started building on that mission. Kasi anyway, dun ka naman papunta.
Yes.
'Di ba? Ang galing nun. Grabe, no? So, sige nga, let's say if I'm a business, and then or I'm a freelancer, I have a product, and then I would want to advertise it or get more leads. How can I do that in Facebook? No, alam ko, syempre Facebook ads, no? But ano pa yung mga other tips and ideas mo probably that can help people having a certain product tapos gusto nilang i-market yan?
Mm-hmm. Yan. So, going with what I said din kanina, no? Kasi what I shared, yun din yung approach namin when we do Facebook ads or when I promote anything on Facebook, kahit hindi ads. You identify your target audience, no? If you have a product or service already, you identify pa rin who that is for.
Okay.
And then you look for them on Facebook. So like I was telling you, diba, pumunta ako ng Startup PH, I see what their problems were. And really, when we now sell, when we promote it, we take that conversation into account. No, hindi lang basta, nakinig ako sa inyo, pero ito yung bibigay ko sa inyo. It's very important that you hear what people are saying because you want to position your service or your product as something that is relevant to them.
Okay.
And no, I always use the story. I'll share it with you and the listeners. It's not an original story. I got it from a friend, but it's very relevant. No, imagine, for example, kung hindi tayo magkakilala, you don't know me at all. And then one morning, you wake up, meron kang back pain. Sobrang sakit na back pain. Yung tipong when you try to move right, ang sakit. When you try to move left, ang sakit. And when you sit up, the pain moves from your back to your neck like a bolt of lightning na sobrang bilis, sobrang sakit. Makapasigaw ka ng, ang sakit. Diba? And you went about your day, kunento mo yung lumabas ka, nag-lunch ka with your friends, kunento mo sa friends mo yung back pain mo, sabi ng isang mong friend, warm compress lang yan. Sabi ng pangalawang mong friend, cold compress lang yan. Sabi ng pangatlong mong friend, hindi, masahe lang yan, mawawala yan. And then I come along. Again, di mo ako kilala. No? I come along, gusto-gusin pa yung damit ko, di pa ako niligo. So, parang walang authority whatsoever, di mo ako kilala. Pero ang sabi ko sa'yo, bro, sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Pero yung pain ba nararamdaman mo? Ito yung pain dito sa likod. Yung when you try to move right, ang sakit. You try to move left, ang sakit. And when you sit up, the pain moves from your back to your neck like a bolt of lightning na sobrang bilis, sobrang sakit. Mapasigaw ka ng, ang sakit. And I was clearly able to describe accurately the pain you were going through. May kinig ka ba sa akin?
Of course. Oo.
Diba? May kinig ka sa akin. Kahit hindi mo ko kilala, may kinig ka sa akin. Nung sabihin ko sa'yo, madali lang yan. Diba? Parang mapadala ka, paano? Diba?
Okay.
And you'd now be open about hearing my solution.
Yes.
And that's the importance of knowing what your target audience's problems are with with the problems that they're experiencing with. Yung na-experience nilang problem. Kasi if you're able to show them na gets mo sila, you automatically become someone na they would listen to. Kahit na konti lang yung followers mo sa Facebook, what matters is that connection. And for me, if you're trying to offer something on Facebook, whether with ads, whether with just connecting with them sa Facebook group or wherever, it's really when people get that you get them, then they'll be more open to hearing about what you have to say. So that's my recommendation.
I like what you said. Ulitin natin yun na when people get that you get them, diba? They will be more open. So meaning, dapat naiintindihan nila na naiintindihan mo sila. Parang dapat nagkaintindihan kayo na gano'n. And the only way that will happen is, when you did your study, did your research, diba? You really are genuinely interested to the needs of your client. And is that something that, let's say, if magpa-coach ako sa'yo, Julian, is that something na matututunan ko to hone that skills? Kasi there might be some people na wala akong ganong skill sharing that story or, do you think it's learnable?
Yeah, definitely it's learnable. I mean, that's what we teach our students then. And ako naman, na-learn ko lang din naman siya.
Okay.
Diba?
Okay.
I think parang may nalapit sa akin, parang, pwede ba ako maging Facebook ad specialist? Kasi wala akong experience, wala akong ano. Sabihin ko, take it from a guy who worked at a hotel, no experience with selling, even hated selling. And now I sell other people's products and services for a living. And a big way of how I do that is doing the research and then throwing that research back out. Rather than, kasi I think a lot of people think with ads, it's just kailangan mo magsulat ng magaling na ads. The truth is, we just listen and then we just feed that back to our target audience. So
Okay.
definitely learnable skills tong mga to.
Ang galing nun, actually, somewhat new yun sa akin na all you need to do is just listen and then feed that back instead of you being this great copywriter na dapat ang galing mong mambola sa sulat. Ganyan. Nagiging maganda kasi yung write-up mo because you listen to the target audience. Tama ba? Mas nakaka-relate. Nagiging mukhang maganda kasi talagang yun yung need nila. So maganda nga. Parang ganun yung nangyayari. No? But kahit anong galing mo magsulat, galing ng English mo, whatever, but if it's not connecting, wala ring mangyayari.
Yes.
Diba? So, and I think people are learning and me, I'm learning as well because a lot of people sometimes are not doing what needs to be done. Let's say the research, that research part, that understanding part, understanding your right target market. They just think, mag-post ako sa Facebook, okay na. And bro, in our agency, sa real estate, no, maraming ganun eh. Lagi ko kang pinagsasabihan, you cannot just post the details and then expecting people would inquire on you. You gotta really do the work of, means mas marami yung work ng research, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi madaling mag-post eh. Tama ba? Would you also say that na ganun?
Yeah. I agree. That's why for us, like sa advertising, sa Facebook ads, we call it copywriting.
Yeah.
You may be familiar. And I'm talking with my friends, parang na copywriters. And bakit ba tinawag na copywriting to? It's parang for a lot of people, ang sagot namin is kasi really the effective ads are those that you copied from your target audience.
Okay.
Kasi it's really that rather than trying to think. Andyan na yung words eh. Andyan na yung, especially again with Facebook groups where people are now having that conversation. Andyan na lahat nakalatag eh. All you have to do is get it and throw it back to them. Like for example, we had coaching training before, as in life coaching training. One of the things that they teach us is that people, when they're being vulnerable to you, you have to listen.
Yeah.
Kasi sometimes you don't need to give advice. You just need to feedback what they said to clarify.
Okay.
And parang, even ako, when someone does that to me, this person doesn't need to give me advice. But if I say something and then he or she feeds that back to me, na what I said,
naintindihan niya, parang ganun.
I tend to feel na gets niya ako and I feel better. And it's similar with marketing then. Really being able to, you don't have to really write yung mga magaling. It's just really feedback. It's a feedback process.
Ang ganda nun, bro. Kasi all I thought it's just in life coaching. I also do life coaching. And yun nga, akala natin, you listen. Because life coaching sometimes, it's not really marketing and selling, di ba? You're building the relationship eh. And now you related it into a marketing strategy wherein you just need to listen and feed it back. And then people will really, there's a trust that will be built, di ba? Yun yung maganda eh. Kasi in business and relationship, you have to build the relationship in sales, in marketing. Yes. And I think that's one of the things that people miss. I would have to agree because I have a lot of experience managing people as well and training them. And they don't understand that it's not just about activities. Diba? It's about doing the right activities. Yun, ang daming malaman tong interview na to. Do you have an upcoming workshop or do you have a program that, if people would want to learn from you more? Because I believe marami kang nabigay ngayon na ideas, excellent tips in terms of advertising and marketing with this very short time. And I'm sure people would want to learn more from you. Where can they find you or what are your upcoming workshops?
Yeah. Any upcoming wala pa naman. Though as a person, I'm very impulsive, especially when I do webinars. So my recommendation to anyone wanting to learn this is really to just follow my like my page. And add me as a friend kasi pag may magganahan na ako gusto mag-webinar mamaya mag-post na lang ako and then announce there. And then ayun, tapos if anyone wants to take this further, we have a coaching program on Facebook ads naman specifically, but ayun, you can just pwede naman mag-abang for whatever trainings I have, and then if you feel na you want to join the program, then you can talk to me about that after.
Okay, so you have a coaching program. Yeah. Those who would want to really learn yung Facebook ads. So yeah. I will post your Facebook page here. Again, it's Julian Canita. Madali namang hanapin. And then connect with Julian. Because, advertising, marketing, especially online, is really a valuable skill. I think it's a lifelong skill. Natama siya. Pag natutunan mo to, it's not just about Facebook lang. But any platform, eventually, kung mawala man si Facebook, we don't know. You can use that. Because it's the skill na nasa iyo na. No,
Yes.
ang galing nun. And I'm learning a lot as well. I have some background and some training in copywriting and in marketing, but hearing it again and learning, it gets deeper, eh, 'di ba? Kasi iba rin
Yeah.
yung lagi mong pinag-aaralan. Ako, once in a while ko lang naman siya napipick up. I'm sure you did a lot of work and years of learning and research here. That's why you've grown to who you are right now, 'di ba?
Yes.
Sige,
Ang
ganon,
tagal din.
Julian.
5 years din.
Yeah, 5 years, eh, diba? Again, yun nga, nothing comes na immediately, but
Yep.
it will take years. But sulit naman. You're with
Yes.
your kid. Ilan taon na ba yung anak mo?
He is turning 3 next month, and we have
Wow.
one on the way. Now, 2
Wow,
weeks
wow.
to go.
Pareho tayo, bro.
Ay, yeah.
36 weeks na rin yung wife ko. Tapos we have a 2-year-old.
Magsasabay tayo.
So magsasabay din tayo.
Nice.
Diba? And yun nga, you're making 6 figures, and then you have time for your family. You're a work at home dad. How many hours do you work in a day?
To be honest, bro, depends eh. Kasi
Yeah.
sometimes, yun nga, pag ginanahan ako magpa-webinar, syempre, dadami yung hours. Pag,
Yeah.
like the past 2 weeks, a lot of my clients were having lunches, so
Yeah.
then medyo babad. Sometimes naman, if it's just management, chill lang, mga a couple of hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay naman na. So, to be honest, very erratic. Pero
Yeah.
kasi, hindi rin ako organized sa tao. Kaya,
Yeah, but it's not full 8-10 hours every single day.
Hindi
Tama ba?
naman.
Yeah. So you meaning it's possible. Again, another proof to people that making 6 figures is really possible right now. Lalo na nga if you have clients who are abroad paying dollars. Kayang-kaya na sa Pilipino na kumita ng 6 figures. Only if you open your mind to it and seeing people that this is possible. Actually, this show is really for that. When they watch, you're able to watch a lot of people making good money. Tapos a lot of different industries. May isip mo rin, kaya ko rin pala yan. Dapat. So, I hope to really inspire these guys and yun nga, with Julian, with our guests through that. So, I have one last question, bro. We call this the 6-figure question. If you don't have a business right now, wala ka pang mga racket or whatever, probably you're unemployed or you have your own job, but you're starting right now, nag-iisip ka mag-start ng business. But you already have those experience, wisdom, knowledge, network. You already have that. We will not take that away. What business will you do and why?
What business will I do and why? I'll probably do something. Okay, so specifically what? Siguro right now I can't think of it, but what I will do is to just listen around me. Ano ba yung problems ng mga tao?
Okay, ganun pa rin.
What are the what problems are people having? It doesn't even have to be online. It can be in your local neighborhood.
Yeah.
It can be in your local neighborhood. Tapos alamin ko ano ba yung sige, isipin ko right now, ano ba yung issue ng mga tao dito sa neighborhood namin? Baka walang mabiling alak kasi may liquor ba?
Yeah.
So siguro what I would do is I would go to BGC kasi pwede bumili ng alak doon.
Okay.
And then I would buy alcohol. I would get orders first para hindi ako nagasayang. I would get orders first. I would buy it and then I'll charge like kahit 10% lang na patang, 20% na patang for doing it. And then I would serve. Basically, it's service pa din. Identifying what people's problems are and then finding the solution to it. Hindi yung maghahanap ako ng something new na kailangan bago, kailangan novel. It's just what's the problem? Then just find a way to solve it. Siguro right now, if you're going to push me anong gagawin mo, that's what I would do.
Ang galing nun. Actually, ang bilis nun. Because it's already innate in you. Sabi ko nga, that skill na really understanding what the market needs. I like what you said na kesa magsasayang ako, dapat, magandang product to, bago, tapos saka mo ipapakilala. It will take time to introduce a new concept eh.
Yeah.
I also saw your post about yung mag-order, di ba, na pre-selling. That you really have to pre-sell first. Diba? Na ito, nanghingi ka muna ng market. Kung meron, yun ang bibilin mo. So, hindi ka nagsasayang ng ingredients or whatever. Which is what we do, let's say, pag nagpunta ka ng restaurant, diba? Yun yung nakita kong post mo eh, na yun nga, you nag-post ka dyan, ay nag-order ka, ginawa nila. So, technically, hiningi mo na nila yung order mo, diba? So, siguradong may bibili or may kakain ng niluto, diba? That's, I think, yun yung nakikita ko sa'yo eh, na it's already built in your character. And I'm sure a lot of people will really learn from you more. I hope we can work together. We can do more webinars moving forward because, there's really a lot of value in what you're saying. Thank you very much, Julian. Thank you very much for your time. Guys, if you're learning a lot from Julian and this video, kindly leave a comment. What are the things that you're learning? What are your realizations? And don't forget to subscribe in my YouTube channel. Also, share this video with your friends. You know, there's a lot of people who will benefit from this, especially those who are small and medium entrepreneurs who would want to boost their businesses. But also, don't forget to follow us in Facebook. This is DJ Dimaliuat, and of course, Julian Canita.
Julian Canita, yes.
And thank you very much for listening, and see you again soon. See you again soon.
Thank you, everyone.